everybody? Timber Black here, Bullfrog Enterprises Roofing. I've worked for a few companies in this industry, and it's hard to find the good ones, and it stinks. It stinks because it really is a good industry, and if you're honest and ethical, you can really do well in this business. But I just left a client of mine that I had with another company that I had worked for, and she actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, I just got this. I got this invoice saying that I owe this amount of money for the job that this company did." And I said, "Well, how much is it?" And she told me, "Wow, that doesn't seem right. That seems really, really high." She goes, "Yeah, I thought so too." And so I went down to her house. I live right up the road. Sat down and looked at her paperwork. So understand, guys. When y'all file an insurance claim, when a claim is filed, they send an adjuster out. The adjuster looks at it. The adjuster creates an estimate. 9 times out of 10, it's probably not right. Nothing against the adjusters, nothing against insurance companies, even though I really don't like them anyway. But they're not roofers. They don't order materials. They don't schedule crews. They don't do those kinds of things. All right, but they will send you an estimate, and in that estimate, it is broke down very, very detailed. Okay, 9 times out of 10, it's going to have the very top of it's going to say roof dwelling. Okay, and it's going to list all of the things on the roof dwelling that need to be done. Tear off, dumpster load, drip edge, all of the soft metals that are up there as far as like ventilation, what kind of shingle it is, whether it's a 3-tab, architectural, could be metal, could be slate, could be a lot of things, right? And then it'll list it. There's normally like 10, 11, 12 items there, right? And as you scroll across the line items there and you look over to the side, it'll say RCV. It's a replacement cost value, meaning that's how much the entire project is, okay? And it's broke down by section. Now, a lot of times it'll have roof dwelling, okay? And then it'll have like left elevation, back elevation, front elevation, right elevation. It'll have structures that might not be attached to the house, like the fence. Maybe you've got something in the back, and those will all be separated. Okay, so when you get your estimate from the insurance company, it is your choice. You choose your contractor, and you can choose multiple contractors. You can hire one company to just do the roof. You can hire one company to just do the fence. You can hire a company to do any kind of paint that needs to be done, to do window screens, to do any of those things. Okay. So I just left this lady's house. I just left this customer's house that was a customer of mine at this company, and I was looking at it. So there was this company just did this lady's roof. Okay. That they didn't do anything else. They paid for the fence, paid for some window screens. They paid for some paint inside the house, like in the garage and in the bedroom, because there was some water that came down. And they paid for a full replacement for the roof, right? The total amount for the entire project was somewhere around, I want to say $15,000 or something, right? Or like that. Okay, so what they do is they minus your deductible from that 15 grand, and then that's how much the insurance gives you. Now, they're going to break it up into what they call ACV, RCV. The ACV is actual cash value. That's normally the very first check you get, and that's based on depreciation, how old the roof is, and things like that. But so this company, all they did was the roof. They just ripped shingles off and put shingles on, okay? They paid the first ACV check. It was like $4,000. And then they sent them an invoice for almost 8 or 9 grand for the total amount, whatever the insurance company sent them. All right. Now, if you look at their paperwork, it like I said, it's all broke down, right? Well, the roof only cost $8,000 completely, and they already gave him a check for $4,600. So if you subtract the $8,000 whatever amount minus what they already gave him, that's all they owe that contractor, because that's all the work they did. If they try to invoice you for any more money than that, they're committing fraud. They're trying to steal from you, okay? And unfortunately in this industry, whether it's because of just incompetence, which there's a lot of that in my industry, or they're just thieves, pay attention to what they're trying to do. Because this company been around a little bit and has some people there that should know what they're doing, literally tried to steal from these people. If they wouldn't have called me and asked me and let me look at their paperwork and let me look at what was going on, they would have just wrote them a check blindly to these people, would have never got their fence work done, would have never got their paint stuff done inside their house, and this company would have just pocketed all of this money. Okay? So, one thing people have to understand, when you file an insurance claim, that's your money. That is your money that you have invested into this insurance company. And the point of it is if something happens to your house, they owe you that money. You can do whatever you want with it. Okay? Now, if you don't fix your home, if you don't do what's on the list, you'll probably get dropped from your insurance company, which is pretty stupid. Don't do that. Make sure you do the work, right? But you can choose your contractor. You can choose who does the work. If you have a specific fence guy that you want to do the fence, then you can hire that guy to just do the fence and pay him what the insurance company allotted and agreed with the contractor. Same with the roof. Okay? Please, 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 if you guys ever have a claim and you want some help with this, I'll do it for free. If you even have another contract, I'll take a look at everything and make sure they're not stealing from me. Because I've been in this for I want to say 6 years, maybe it's 5 years. And every single company I've worked for, when I think back and seen these insurance forms, they all do it. They all do it. I've seen them all do it. Even the very first company I worked for, I remember going in and contracting people and not really knowing, how the whole process works. Even though there are people in my office that should have known, right, that were collecting money for work they didn't do. Okay? And if it's insurance proceeds and you've invoiced that insurance company and you've invoiced that customer for work that you did not do, you've just committed insurance fraud, and you're a thief. You're a crook. Which is a big reason why this industry in Texas, unfortunately, really needs to be regulated. I'm never for regulation, but it is unbelievable, especially what I just saw. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. These really, really nice people, they're actually neighbors. They live right up the road from me. And this company just tried to rip these people off. Real nice people. And they just tried to rip them off. They literally just tried to steal money from them. Okay? So, again, I'd be happy. I'll be happy if you guys anybody that's watching this, everybody sees this video, if you ever file a homeowner's claim and you want somebody to take a look at it, I'll gladly come take a look. I'll show you the laws. They're on Google. It's really, really simplified. It's really, really simple, okay? There's going to be a lot of companies. There's companies out there that you have to pay your deductible. You have to. Well, you have to pay for the work that they did for you. That's what you have to pay for. If they don't do the work and they're demanding you pay for all of this stuff, they're the ones committing fraud. They're the ones trying to steal from you. Okay? Make sure you pay attention to that. Okay? And if you ever have any questions, feel free to call me. My number is 817-559-2882. I'm the owner of Bullfrog Enterprises Roofing. I'm on the Better Business Bureau. You can look me up. I've got plenty of reviews on there. But don't allow these crooks, man. If you go to the Better Business Bureau right now, there's a little over 2,500 quote unquote accredited roofing companies in Fort Worth. Just Fort Worth. And I'm going to be 100% blunt and honest with you. I would venture to guess about 80% of them are thieves. They're crooks. Okay? Whether it's they're just incompetent, they don't get it, or they're doing it on purpose, they're crooks. They're thieves. Okay? So again, guys ever need any help? Guys ever need have any questions about your policies? Or I'm not an insurance guy. I don't have no qualifications in insurance. None. I've never been to school on it. I've done this for so long. I've studied it for so long and studied a bunch. I know how it works, and I know how the laws work, okay? So if you guys have any questions, if you guys ever need any help, please feel free to call. Shoot me a message. Give me a call, 817-559-2882. All right? We'll talk to you guys next time.